Boss.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey,
Happy
Tim.
4th.
Hey, there's no pie in there, brother. Sorry.
Good morning.
Sorry. Hey, Americana. Karen says, we need some like Americana, something that makes us feel nostalgic, something that makes us feel like, you know, it's cultural.
Feel
right?
good about ourselves over the holidays.
Yeah, and let's get outside and have a picnic with a mask on. You know what I mean? But what are we going to do, right? So I have selected just a couple odd things because today's market is really generated by usables as opposed to collectibles.
Usables. Like,
Use
a
like
picnic
this, you can
basket.
still use
Yes.
it.
Textiles, vintage clothing,
Very nice Tigers jersey there.
Tigers jersey, sports related is, we're thinking summer, we're thinking, you know, all that type of stuff. The market is somewhat stressed, but I think that's a global environment.
I think it's because you're somewhat stressed.
You are somewhat stressed. How much is this?
How much is that? I don't know. But
Well,
that's
I gotta tell you,
right? Well, if you think it's Americana.
this is
right?
Americana. A legend has spread all over the land through the forest, valley, and knoll of a golden-haired mythical figure known as President Trump the Troll.
The Trump the Troll.
Wow.
And again, you know, how long is Troll?
This says not a toy and not intended for children, so this is a collectible, but
Yeah,
not for children.
right. And you, of course, leave it in the box, right? Right? Yeah.
13 and up.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. What's the age bracket on anything anymore?
Well,
right?
you should have to be able to vote
look,
to
there's
buy one
some,
of these, right? Otherwise, what
well-
interest would you have in it?
Some classified documents on the bottom.
Who signed this ball?
A 30 1966 players.
Here you go. Let's take a look. We'll be able to see.
Tigers.
Yeah, you'll be able to
Tigers.
see
Yep.
the LK line right here,
Yeah,
front
there
and
you go.
center on the ball.
There you go. So, from nostalgic perspective, you know, where do we go with a 1966 ball? The theory for me is that I want to bring you things that you don't normally see every day, and the antique mall can get them. And this is the strangest thing about 36, almost 37 years of being down there. Timing is everything. We can watch the dealers bring something in, and within 5 minutes, it's gone, and the general public doesn't get to see it. But it's the timing of the person who has the thrill of the hunt. And then there can be things there for 3 or 4 years.
What about stamps? Did you ever come around and find anyone who could help me with those stamps?
I can still work on it with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
We got a
yeah.
lot of stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stamps. But you help people with their collections. You know, a lot of people maybe inherit something from a relative. They have no idea what they're looking at.
Yeah.
They shouldn't just sell it in a garage sale. There's some stuff that's valuable potentially.
Right. I think it's like marketing advice and exposure like you folks do.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, it doesn't cost you anything but maybe time and a consultation to get an opinion. An opinion is worthy, but it's not the everything, but at least know who you're dealing with in your current and your only environment, because you are here in Jackson and this is what happens in Jackson. So yeah, I was just telling Trish that I've been working with some folks and locally, and I've seen so much change in the idea of how people want to disperse. And for most folks, it's that it gets a good home. I've heard that my entire life, you know what I mean? But what constitutes a good home? If I say it's worth $2, well, I'll just run away, you know, but if it's worth $200, well, they give it a good home. You know what I mean?
It needs to get home.
So-
When's the last time either of you have been on an actual picnic with the basket?
Probably pre-COVID,
Yeah. It was gaining a lot of popularity.
yeah.
Like picnics, wine picnics, people were eating outside, taking things to go, and then COVID.
Yeah.
But COVID's over, so we can take the picnic baskets back out.
And again, what we're seeing in this whole secondary market is that it is still the thrill of the hunt for the people who are looking for specifics, but the younger generation is more about the selection and not the collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't want masses, they want one thing that represents whatever.
Okay.
And usable. So it can be functional, and the repurposers and all that kind of
What's unique in the store right now that you're like, oh, I haven't seen something like that in a long, long time?
our employees. No, it changes so often. Well, this is me. I do weird things. I have a formal dining suit in the front window with Solo cups.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You should check the front window because Tim
Yes.
goes all out decorating. 26 times a year?
Well, basically, we do it every 2 weeks or so. Yeah. That's a lot of moving. But you know what? The building lends itself to that kind of a venue because there's so much character, just like this building here.
Mickey Lolich on here too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all the names you know.
Well, it was just 2 years before the '68 World Series, so all those big names.
Gates Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gates Brown, he came to
It's
Jackson.
amazing how clear the old timers wrote compared to the new autographs.
Hey.
You can't even read.
Interesting thing. I'll share you something with cursive writing. The newer generation will bring pieces of something down, and there's no price on it. And I say, well, where did you get it from? So I can, look through the dealer and find out how much
Right.
it is. The tag is written in cursive, and it's usually a part of something. So they cannot
don't
read
know.
the tag. So therefore, they assume that they can take one thing out of a set because they don't read the tag.
That's
and this
incorrect.
happens over the last year. I've noticed it even more than ever.
Norm Cash, Mickey Stanley, Denny McLean.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean,
That's
these
a
are
cool. That's a great
Yeah.
gift.
It would be. There's a few dollars involved in something like
Sure,
that.
of course.
But again, most people are still shopping in the $20 to $50 range.
Sure.
You can take a memento anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And a true investor's, gonna shell out a little bit more, but we try to have everything for you.
Yeah, I love your pin, the American flag.
Vintage pin there.
Yeah.
Diamond studded.
Oh yes.
Is there
Ruby, a sapphire.
Is there quite a bit of red, white, and blue throughout the store right now?
Yes, I have a collage of flags hanging everywhere, and the dealers are trying to keep up with seasonal things.
Okay.
Garden time right now, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
garden-related things. Sports, golfing, right up your alley. There's a lot of golf stuff right now currently. Books are a good thing too. We're really not known for books, but we do have a large book selection, and that's kind of creeping back again. But the strongest seller down at the Antique Mall currently is vintage clothing.
Oh yeah. Now
Yeah.
is
Who would
that
have thought? I should have saved all my
you
wardrobe.
know what? You know what I've been finding is kids are looking for vintage crew neck sweatshirts and
Yes.
they will pay a fortune
Yep.
Really?
for them. Yeah. So you think about all those old, even '90s style crew
Yes.
neck sweatshirts.
Yes.
Yeah. Big hot dollar out.
High-waisted pants, pleats, and colorful girl clothing. Yeah, I will. I've always said, I try to stay up on it, but I'll never understand it. Right? But that's okay. That keeps the knowledge base of it. I'm always searching, Yeah.
Well, thanks for searching and thanks for sharing some of your summer picnic and patriotic finds
Yes.
with us today.
Thank you, Tim.
Jackson's the Antique
I always say
Expert
the
here.
gift.
37 years of the Jackson Antique Mall. Former Michigan Auctioneer of the Year, Tim Boss. More of the morning show after this.